It's the Successful Gamer, the O.C.G. And I'm here playing Enotria, the last song. Sounds like I really like. In the beginning there was silence. Then came the first note. A primordial sound with no one to hear. Music birthed itself as a mirror reality. And so music created men to listen to itself. In turn, they invented arts to celebrate the mysteries of creation. They gave life to their own gods and legends. The gods, as flawed as their creators, fell victim to the dark impulses inherent in mankind. Humanity climbed atop a mountain made of fallen gods and declared itself the peak. A rebellious few discovered the power of the arts to shape reality according to their will. Pulcinella, the minstrel of change. Arlecchino, the king of the theater. Captain Spaventa, the son of Meridiana. Pantalone, the merchant of destinies. Balanzone, the herald of knowledge. Colombiana, the saint of the stage. The authors drafted the Caravaggio, a script of the stage as the very world, and narrated the perfect world they envisioned, altering reality forever. And thus the Caravaggio gripped the world and its creatures in eternal stagnation, trapping all behind a mask in its eternal role. In a world of masks, only one without a will can choose their destiny and free this world from stagnation.
The tree of change bears fruits. Awaken, maskless one. The stage is set.
Yeah, fuck this. I really like that music, actually. have only skipped the cutscene. Oh well.
The tree of change bears fruit. Awaken, maskless one. The stage is set.
God. Oh, shit. See, I need to stop it. I need to stop scratching. Fuck. fucking anxiety.
Wake up, Tenno.
Oh yeah, how's it going, dude? Yeah, sorry, I'm playing this. I'm trying to check something real quick. I think you actually like this game a lot, Alex. Yeah. I forget what they call it, the, blades. Yeah, they call it the blades. Yeah, it looks really great.
Tantalizing side to that with no form, no name.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of true. It's a delicate balance, you know? You want it to be stylish, but you don't want it to be so stylish it gets in the way of usability. You know, it has to be clean, easy to read. And yeah, I think gaming in general, one of the things that I dislike about modern gaming, even though I'm not going to say I dislike modern gaming like a lot of people, yeah. One of the things I dislike about modern gaming is how they don't want things that feel gaming. Like, especially, like, menus and all that. We used to have really intricate, elaborate menus in games. And then they kind of streamlined them. We used to have really cool sound effects for menus. You know, like in the classic Final Fantasy games. Ding, ding, ding! And now they try to make that stuff as minimal as possible. Yeah. I used to sit there as a kid, man, for hours. Fucking with the PS2 startup. You know, just watching the fucking orbs float around. Didn't know that it actually, like, changes depending on how much memory you have left, what games you have installed. It's crazy. Yeah. And at first it actually caused a big issue. I don't know if you knew it, but the original PS3 controller, the DualShock 3 or whatever, didn't have a rumble at all. Sony couldn't figure out how to have motion sensor and a rumble. So the first wave of PS3 controllers didn't have rumble. And it pissed off a lot of people. And then they eventually found a way to make it work, and, you know... the rest is history.
Is our collective fate to be forgotten? Forgotten? And here I thought the darkest thing within us
Have you seen the original prototype for the PS3 controller, what it was supposed to be? It no shit looked like a fucking... Yeah. It was supposed to look like a fucking boomerang. I don't know how they ever thought that was gonna fucking go over. Yeah. At least they course corrected before they launched. Have you seen the first controller for the original Xbox? The Duke? That's the biggest fucking controller I've ever seen. Like, comically big, man. Yeah, and it's funny too because they wound up having like a fix ready-made. Because originally they thought that one of the problems with the Japanese systems was that their controllers were too small for Western hands. And for the record, they are right. I honestly do think a lot of the Japanese controllers are too tiny for Western hands. So the goal was to make a controller that felt more comfortable for a Western hand, for American hands. Because that was how they were going to differentiate themselves from Sony, was appealing to the American market. You know, which makes sense. So they had the Xbox controller that you saw, and then they had the S. And the S was supposed to be for the Asians. And then when people got really pissed off about the controller, and like, what the fuck is this? It's too big. They just swapped the S in. They just swapped the fucking S in for everybody. And they like already had a ready-made replacement. And yeah, I do. It's like right there. I've got two actually. Yeah, it is. It's good. Yeah, I think that was the whole point. I also really like the startup for the GameCube. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, now I'm ready to progress. I kind of feel you there, man. I have a lot of fun memories of Double Dash. But I think, for my money, It would probably either be it would probably be Mario Kart DS or Mario Kart 8. 8 just has so many fucking tracks and shit going and all those layers and stuff with the gravity tracks. And DS was just, for the time, it was a big deal. And it was the only one that had like a proper single-player campaign to this day. Yeah. Ah, fuck. It's amazing how... it's amazing how, they'll make you fucking pay for online, but they'll still have you use friend codes. Like it's fucking 1998. No achievements, or achievement, you know, system, like, equivalent. I really hope that they add some kind of trophy equivalent in Switch 2. And Jesus Christ, give us some fucking streaming capabilities. You know what I mean? Like, get with the times. Like, they need to have built-in streaming on Switch 2. Yeah. Well, if you're talking about, the new Brothership, I'm actually really excited for that. I might actually get it. We'll see. Because that is from a series that went dormant for a very, very long time. No, it's actually not, man. Just so you know, dude, it's like fully 3D. It's an RPG with turn-based battles. It's not another side-scroller.
Isn't Quinta wonderful?
I was a huge fan of the series because it's an RPG. It was not like the typical Mario games. And then...
Welcome to Quinta, the city of actors. Oh, what's left?
Then it, went dormant. The last time that they did a Mario and Luigi game was on 3DS. That's how long it's been. But yeah, I can see how it's not, you know, you're not exactly... it works pretty well, man. You level up, you increase your stats, you have battle techniques that you get across the game, new tools. It's got a mixture of real-time combat. It's not just turn-based. Like, if you time your attacks, you do, like, double damage. So, like, for example, you go to use a hammer attack. And you have to hold the button till it flashes and then let it go to do double damage. And when an enemy goes to attack you, if you, trying to figure out the way to put it, if you hit the button at the right time, you can defend. So it's like it's kind of like a mixture. Of real-time and turn-based. It's not like super in-depth RPG or something like that. It's on the lighter end, but it is an RPG. Like, you're not gonna... There's two main ones for 3DS. Dream Team and Paper Jam. But you can actually technically play the whole series on your 3DS. I'm pretty sure, isn't your 3DS hacked? I think your 3DS might have been hacked. I remember you telling me that your 3DS was hacked, right? Or jailbroken, that's what I meant to say. Well, there's two of them. There's the 1,000-Year Door remake, and then there's the Brothership. It was 1,000-Year Door was originally on GameCube, and then they remade it for Switch. It's fucking great, actually. By the way, like one of the best games I've ever played. One of the best RPGs ever. Believe it or not. I fucking love the 1,000-Year Door. Like... well, I mean, you know, dude, your mileage may vary, but I fucking love the 1,000-Year Door. Like, it's in my, like, top 25 games of all time. It is also Mario RPG, and it's turn-based battles, just like the ones I described. It has a similar battle system, so it's like turn-based and elements of real-time. But the thing about the 1,000-Year Door is it does not take place in the Mushroom Kingdom. It is in a place called Rogueport, like a country of kind of like thieves, and it is considerably darker than other Mario games. It is not the standard Mushroom Kingdom shit. It's almost like a dark comedy. And each chapter is like its own separate thing. Like, of course, there's a big story, but like each chapter has its own theme. Yeah. And you get like all kinds of really cool paper abilities, because it's Paper Mario. So, like, you can turn Mario into a paper airplane and steer him through the air to glide. You can turn him into fold him up to roll. They really play on the fact that it's paper. Fuck. And yeah, you have different party members that join you. It's not just Mario and Luigi. Luigi's actually like a support. Yeah, Luigi's like a supporting character, but you have like 8 party members that join you that are not new. They're brand new characters, and you even get to play as Bowser in a couple of segments that are funny. And I can't even do it proper justice, man. Like, what really elevates Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, is the atmosphere. The atmosphere is fucking incredible. In particular, dude, like I said, each chapter has like its own theme that's got going on. And in the 4th chapter, you go to this place called Twilight Village or something like that. Fuck, I can't remember the name. Shit, but it's Twilight something. And the whole thing is eerie and kind of spooky themed, like Halloween. It's constantly nighttime there, and the people there are all like shadow creatures, and you like wind up going to a fucking like creepy mansion in the woods. And like, it's actually kind of fucking spooky. So it's really not what you're expecting for a Mario game. But it's like, I can't do it justice. It's like darkly comedic. It toes a really fine line between joking and serious. But it manages to not do too much of either, so it hits that sweet spot where it's not totally serious, so it's not like a horror game, but it's not a total joke either. It's pretty scary, but I would say Eternal Darkness is the scariest Nintendo game. That game will fuck with your mind. Okay, and I don't just mean on like a gameplay level. I'm talking about that game will fuck with you personally. Hold on, give me 1 second, I'll explain to you why Eternal Darkness is so fucking great. Oh, wow, he's freaking out. Because I'm pretty sure you can actually emulate Eternal Darkness on your computer. I mean, you fucking should be able to. And I really recommend that you do so. I really think, dude, you get a fucking kick out of it. Like, it might become one of your new favorite games, honestly. Okay, so Eternal Darkness was the first M-rated game made by Nintendo. Well, it was published by them. It was made by Silicon Knights. But it was a GameCube exclusive, so it still counts. And it's a horror game set over thousands of years. So this family that's cursed. They're cursed to be, you know, eternally plagued by darkness and fight the darkness, okay? So each, like, chapter of the game is a different segment in time with a different character of the same family. And it starts out literally in Roman times as you playing a Roman centurion. Then it goes to, like, ancient Indonesia, the Dark Ages in France, the Spanish Inquisition in France, World War I, the 80s, like 800 AD Persia. So it literally goes from like BC to 2000 AD. So just that part of it alone, I think, Eternal Darkness. Okay? Just that part of it alone, I think would make you like the game. Because it's got a strong focus on history, and you start out playing a fucking Roman centurion. But the game has an incredibly unique mechanic where you have a sanity meter. Okay? This was the first game to do a sanity meter. Other games have tried to do it. Amnesia kind of did it. As you see monsters and enemies, your character will lose sanity. And if you don't replenish your sanity, your character will fucking hallucinate. Okay? But the thing is, it doesn't just fuck with the game. It fucks with you. Okay? You'll be sitting there and your sanity will be low. And you'll go to save your game and it will tell you that it deleted your game. And they go, oh, nope. Hallucination, it'll tell you that your controller's unplugged. You'll go to plug your controller back in, and it will, oh nope, hallucination, it'll turn the volume up and down. Like the fucking sanity effects break the fourth wall, and that's just some of them. You'll go into a fucking room, and your character's limbs will just start falling off, okay? So the game is not just spooky in and of itself, it fucks with you. And it gets really, really creative. And the whole thing has like an emphasis on like Lovecraft. So it's like Eldritch Horror, which I love Eldritch Horror. I love Cthulhu and shit like that. And it even has like this really cool spell system where you can cast different spells and you put the runes together to make the spell. So you can customize your own spells. I mean, dude, it's super easy to emulate, man. GameCube has Dolphin, which is really easy to set up. And then you could just look up for a game ROM and find it. Like, I guarantee you could get it set up in like an hour. Dolphin is like one of the easiest to use fucking emulators, dude.
Hush, my promising prodigy. Head for the castle atop the hill, and all will be revealed.
So, probably, yeah. And whatever other problems that you may have, Alex can help you. Or not Alex, I'm sorry, fuck. Max can help you. He has used a dolphin. So you get to like customize your own spells. Okay, and it's like you can target enemies' body parts and chop off parts of their body. So it's kind of like Dead Space before Dead Space was Dead Space. Different enemies that you should cut off different body parts. You have melee weapons and guns. Obviously, the weapons that you're using depends on the time the story's taking place. So, like, they'll give you a more modern thing. You have guns. You know, you're in Persia. You have a fucking scimitar. And the story is just fucking incredible, dude. Like, the story is fucking amazing. Because all the stories connect together and overlap. Like, okay, for example, something really cool. In one of the early stories, it's set in France when it was owned by, when it was controlled by the Romans. When it, I think it was called Gaul then. But you get the point. And it's a small monastery. Okay? So, you can find this optional sword. Like, you have a standard, Roman Legion sword. I forget what they're called, but you know the standard Roman Centurion sword. You can optionally find a quest to get a big claymore that does a lot more damage. And what's really cool is if you do that side quest to get the claymore, later on in the story you go back to that monastery in during the Spanish Inquisition, so like the 1500s, and that monastery is now a big ass church because obviously it's like been like almost 1,000 years. And then because you did that side quest, you can get the claymore back. So it's really cool because they'll return you to the same locations, but many years later. So they're different. You know what I'm saying? Like, to show the passage of time, because the game takes place literally over thousands of years. One of the stories is set in colonial times. So you have a fucking flintlock pistol, and you have a wig and shit. Like, one of them, you're a firefighter in the Gulf War. So you get a fucking firefighter axe. Like, each character has different strengths and weaknesses, different weapons, different time period, and it's really fucking cool seeing how all the stories overlap. Like, Eternal Darkness is literally considered to be one of the greatest games ever made. You can look it up. Like, it is on so many people's list as one of the best games ever made and one of the best horror games ever made. And the fact that it was literally made by Nintendo was fucking wild, and it caught a lot of people off guard because it is a really graphic game. Let me tell you, it's really graphic. Okay, so when Nintendo finally decided to have an M-rated game, they fucking went for it. It's not like, oh, it's slightly suggestive. Like, you will see people's heads chopped off. You will see fucked up shit in the game. Which, at the time on GameCube, we were like, oh, well, holy shit. You know, you can fucking save at any time, like literally any time. Which, I mean, if you're emulating it, you could, but on GameCube to be able to save at any time was super cool. And this game has fucking amazing voice acting and storytelling. Like, I'm telling you, like, you could literally bring the story for Eternal Darkness into a modern game and it would still be good. Like, its storytelling has held up tremendously well. Oh yeah, okay, I'm trying to, yeah, okay, let me see my loadout. Yeah, okay, I gotta alter my shit. And I think the sanity effects, the fact that it's a GameCube game and you like GameCube, the focus on history, the fact that you get to play as a Roman Centurion in one of the stories, and in Gaul, and the other one, I think a lot of things you would like it. And like I said, you can emulate it on your computer fucking easy. So, you know what I mean? You could have it set up like that. And the game, it was a GameCube game, so I think it's a gig, like max, so it's not going to be a big download. You can probably download it in like 10 minutes. Okay. Let's... And like I said, it's just a fantastic game, dude. And it has one of the best soundtracks, dude, for like any fucking game. Seriously. I will hear it. Oh. Yeah. I will send you a link, but it has a song in it that is probably one of my all-time favorite video game tracks, like ever. In any video game, like I have it on my phone, and I continuously listen to it. Like it's fucking awesome. And you know, you're talking about you being nostalgic for GameCube, Xbox, and all that. So why not embrace the nostalgia by playing a game originally for GameCube? You know what I mean? Seems like now when you're nostalgic for those, it would be the time. Yeah, it is good. I agree. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it is good. I can see why you would like it. No, no. Yeah, maybe that was a poor thing, but I literally can hear it in my head as you're saying that. Okay, dude, my shit's fucking this is coming. Yeah. Well, actually, who can say for sure? But the rumor that I heard, dude, was that after Suicide Squad bombed, that Rocksteady has now been put back on making Batman games to try and save faith. Who knows if that's true? And even if it is true, it'll be many years before that game is done. But if it is true, that would be pretty cool. So let's hope. I've also heard really great things about Arkham Shadow. Like, people, I've heard people be really, really impressed by Arkham Shadow. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, they could just get Roger Craig Smith back. He's the guy who voiced Batman in Batman Origins and in Arkham Shadow. I thought he was great as Batman. He wasn't Kevin Conroy. I think it needs to do its own thing, man. Okay. They can take ideas from the Nolan trilogy. That would be fine. But if it like it would be constrained by following the movie. Yeah. That is true. Is it? I need 21 Bruiser and 21 Trickster. Okay. Yeah, no, it was pretty decent. I'll agree with you there. Just doing my fucking... Okay, I'll have to... Definitely one of the better movie games. Not that that's a particularly high fucking bar to clear, but yeah. But yeah, it's weird that they just like they gave up on making Batman games because it makes Batman it's like a guaranteed moneymaker. You know what I mean? Like if you do a good Batman game, people will buy it. Like it is that simple. It's like the closest thing you're gonna get to a sure fucking thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I understand that Rocksteady was tired, you know, of doing Batman. They've been doing it for like 10, 12 years. They wanted to try other games, but they could have had somebody else fucking work on it. You know Rocksteady can't be the only fucking dev that's good at making Batman games. There's gotta be plenty of teams that could do it justice. And I love Rocksteady, but I'm saying, just because they were done working on Batman doesn't mean Batman should have been, you know, like, been retired in their game division. Even if it was like doing a new series, like, okay, say you don't want to do a new Arkham game because you think Rocksteady should do Arkham. Just do Batman something else. Like the, you know? You know, have you ever seen Gotham by Gaslight? It's like, Batman, but in the 18th century Victorian England. Well, it's a comic, but, and a movie. But anyway, at one point, man, they were actually going to do a game based off that. They had a they had a working prototype that got leaked to the public. It was going to be made by THQ. Which, honestly, that could have been so fucking cool. I really like THQ. And like in the prototype, they show Batman, but like in a Victorian outfit, and he's sitting there walking around with a lantern on London city streets. Look, it was really fucking cool. Like imagine a Batman game, right, dude? An open world Batman game in Victorian London. You cannot tell me that doesn't sound fucking amazing. I would play the shit out of it. That would be day one for me. And they could do like 18th century versions of all the Batman characters. So they could like twist them around and have fun with the characters. They wouldn't be bound by the current continuity, you know what I mean? Oh man, don't play with my heart, dude. I would fucking spontaneously combust if they did a Batman Beyond game. Yeah. Like, dude, Batman Beyond was my fucking shit as a kid. Like, I had a Batman Beyond fucking action figure, okay, that I played with nonstop. I watched that shit fucking religiously. Like, I mean, as a kid, oh, God, I was so into fucking Batman Beyond. Ever since I can remember, like from the time I was literally like 3 years old, it's always been Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine. Okay, I'm trying to think of the big five. Hold on. Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Spawn. What would the fifth be if I had to pick my top 5 favorite comics? Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Spawn, and I don't think what the fifth would be. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have to think about it, but it'll come to me. But yeah, those 4... You know, and like I said, I fucking love Spider-Man and Batman so much, dude. Oh, one of these days, I think my mom still has a picture of it. I'll have to ask her. Hold on. One of these days, I'll have to ask my mom if she still has it. I think she might. But one year for Halloween, I dressed up as Val Kilmer's Batman. From Batman Forever, I literally had the fucking costume and everything, dude. And it was specifically from that. And man, we got those fucking, we got one of those Riddler cups from McDonald's. God, the thing was so fucking cool. I wish I had never lost that. Well, I didn't lose it personally. We moved, and it couldn't fucking come with us. Long story short, but yeah, it was like a glass cup with the Riddler and Batman. It was so fucking cool. Venom, I'll count Venom. Yeah. Because Venom, when he's not fighting Spider-Man, when he's in his own stories, he's straight up an anti-hero. You know what I mean? He's a bad guy for Spider-Man, but like in the actual Venom stories, he saves innocent people and kills bad guys. He's like, kind of like Punisher, where he's a good guy, but he kills criminals and brutally maims them. or Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like he anti-hero, but he's still a hero. So yeah, I count Venom. I mean, his like his code name is like Lethal Protector. So. I like Ghost Rider too. Now that you brought up Nick Cage. I just think as a character, Ghost Rider is super fucking cool. And I just, it's got a lot of nuance. Because, you know, he did a deal with the devil, but he did it for love. So, there's lots of layers there. It's cool. I mean, he's a fucking flaming skull with a chain whip. That is on fire, like, it's just red. But you gotta understand, I'm definitely much more of a comic book guy than you are. That's that was just kind of for the movie. I think they just did that so Samuel L. didn't have to do a fight scene. The actual cowboy Ghost Rider did fight in the comics. They had a Knight Ghost Rider too, like a medieval Knight Ghost Rider. Super fucking cool.
Long time no see. Did you miss me?
Yeah, he did. I also really like Daredevil. I really loved the Ben Affleck Daredevil as a kid. I still do, actually. I think it's a good fucking movie. Like, it gets shit on a lot by critics and stuff. I thought it was fucking fantastic. But then again, I don't really put much stock in what critics say, so... That was the movie that introduced me to Evanescence, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. Wake me up! Fuck. Oh well, I'm right there. Not a big deal. But yeah, I love Evanescence. Back when emo actually used to be cool. Yeah. They actually did that in the comic books as well. the way they showed it in the movie was almost spot on for how they did in the comic books. They showed it's like a bat. It's like echolocation. So the way they did it was pretty spot on. It's pretty accurate to the comic books, actually. The biggest changes they made in the movie was Wilson Fisk was black, obviously Michael Clark Duncan. But I can't really be mad at that because he is so good as Kingpin that I don't even fucking care. And Colin Farrell is Bullseye, and Bullseye's not Irish American. And well, okay, Bullseye's Irish, but he's American. He doesn't have an Irish accent. But Colin Farrell had a really hard time losing his Irish accent, so he kept it in the movie. But once again, he's so entertaining in that movie that I still really kind of, you know, fuck with it. I missed. I never miss. More peanuts, please. One of these days, actually, I wanna. One of the things that's on my watch list is they actually did a director's cut of that Daredevil movie that supposedly adds like another half an hour to the film, and I would really like to see that version because I really like the movie. So if there's a longer version that adds a bunch of new scenes and shit, I'd really like to see that stuff. But it's only in the DVD. You know, the like DVD version. But yeah, you know, like it makes all that stuff makes me nostalgic for my childhood, dude, man. When crunk was a thing, and nu metal was a thing. It's actually one of my favorite periods of rock, which I'll admit I'm a little bit biased, but I really like that late '90s, early 2000s period of rock. Nickelback, Creed, Edema, Linkin Park. Because I honestly consider nu metal to be more rock than metal. Evanescence. Seether. Stained. All my shit. Looking back at me, I see that I never really got it right. I'm always caught up in things I cannot win. You are the antidote that gets me high. Oh God, I love that song. What I really meant to say is I'm sorry for the way I am. Never meant to be so cold. And yeah, Breaking Benjamin. Oh my God, I fucking love Breaking Benjamin so much. Like, you don't even know how much I fucking love Breaking Benjamin. Right, Blow Me Away. Blow Me Away. Diary of Jane. I Will Not Bow. Until the End. Cold. Shit, there's a lot more. I just can't think of it right now. But, like, I like a lot of Breaking Benjamin songs. Like, a lot. Okay, I gotta fuck with my loadout.
Behold the grand
Excuse me.
course of sun banquet. Oh, I'm starting to enjoy this.
Silly fucker. Fuck. Oh, well, I did pretty good for first try. He's that boss. Okay. Dickhole.
Behold the grand force of sun banquet.
anything really funny. This is good night. Pretty nice to fucking. right there, not a big deal. Adventures or something.
of change bears fruits. Awaken, maskless one. The stage is set.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see something real quick. Come on. I'm trying to find fucking... Whatever. I'm gonna end this part here. I'll be right back.